Hello everyone and welcome to the Anime Zillion, and thank you for joining me as we talk about chapter 180 of the We Never Learn manga series. A chapter, by all accounts, that was really fun to read. Mostly thanks to the sneakiness and the antics of Natsumi, a cute yet very clever little girl for her age. Once a baby that caused Miss Kirisu a lot of comedic problems, now a sneaky child that causes our main two protagonists to perform all kinds of acts in order to support their lie of being a couple. We have even seen a bath scene as a result of the antics from this character, in where all three get, well, pretty clean. Apart from Narayuki's thoughts, but more on that later. So, this chapter had a real simple storyline. Kirisu lies and tells her mother that she is in fact engaged to someone trying to avoid an arranged marriage. And the description that she gives to her mother fits Yuiga's exactly. And then Kirisu's auntie arrives as like the examinator to make sure that her story rings out true. And this obviously turns into Natsumi basically being left there to be looked after by Kirisu as like a little spy almost. But we find out that this little girl is very, very clever and not to be underestimated. However, being a rather simple storyline allowed this chapter to show off some interesting development in where we see expressions like this from Miss Kirisu, in where it depicts her looking rather sad or upset. However, I do think that if you examine it a little bit more closely, Kirisu is sad, yet there might be a hint of jealousy in there, or regret, in knowing the fact that Narayuki will make a fine husband to someone someday. However, deep down in her mind, she believes that that person is not going to be her. Although maybe she wants it to be. So we'll have to see where this leads in the future. Maybe she'll finally come, full circle and admit her feelings and say, Narayuki, I know this might sound wrong, this might sound bad, you've helped me out so many times, and I really do have feelings for you. I think that you and me, we can make it a great couple. We've had an example of this where we looked after Natsumi, and Yuiga will just have to kind of answer. Well, that's just speaking hypothetically. Of course they're going to do it a lot better than that, but I'm just kind of speculating and giving you my thoughts as it goes here. But I do honestly think that this panel depicts Kirisu to be a bit deeper than what we initially thought when it comes to her feelings. Okay, so if we look at this panel again, but a little bit more detail, we can kind of back up the speculation that Miss Kirisu would have more feelings for Narayuki than what she's initially letting on. And we can do this by her dialogue from this section. She basically says that, if every day would be like this, then I think that would be lovely and admirable. And again, this proves that she's had fun doing this. I mean, she got into a bath with Narayuki, she started reading a book with them, and she did a lot of other things. It may have been what she would presume a hassle for Narayuki, but at the same time, she really had fun with it. And she even said that, it would be lovely if she can do that every day with someone like Narayuki. So, obviously, this would link back to what I've just said about her having more feelings than she's letting on. So again, we can always kind of look to the dialogue, look to the expressions, and that tells a different story. And that's one thing about the We Never Learn series that I really do appreciate, and something from the chapter that I think was really well done. So yeah, I really like this segment as it shows a bit more plot development, making this route kind of move forward. Nazimi, obviously, though, is the start and the main focus of this. She actually helped instigate a kiss scene between Yuiga and Kirisu. And she also mentioned to her mother the fact that Kirisu acts differently around Narayuki. This, of course, is kind of giving us, the reader, a bit more kind of substance and kind of spelling it out for us. But at the same time, it's also showing that even the characters within the story are seeing changes and differences that are in a positive light when it comes to Miss Kirisu. After all, when we first got introduced to Kirisu's character, she was portrayed as this ice queen that had a very sort of cold personality. However, even this little girl is basically saying, look, around Narayuki, she's nothing like, you know, she is. She's a lot different. She's even funner. She's more open, more kind of livelier. And honestly, I really do like that, because it shows stuff that is very obvious to us, the viewer, but it also kind of gets across that the characters are portraying the way they should be, if that makes any sense. And the idea of Narayuki having weird thoughts about Miss Kirisu isn't anything new from this route's perspective. As he's been doing this a lot recently, we saw it in pretty much the last, like, all the chapters from this route so far. He's had some form of kind of risque thoughts, I should say. And this could be seen as, like, emotional developing and feelings coming forward from Narayuki. However, to me personally, this just kind of comes across more as lust than love. So hopefully we see Narayuki's kind of character developing more in the love department and kind of showing more genuine feelings towards Miss Kirisu. I know it's early chapters still, but at the same time, if we're going to get Kirisu development, we need to get Narayuki development as well. Now, one of my main concerns about this chapter, however, is that it gives me somewhat Nazimi vibes from it. The actions that Kirisu takes in this chapter were kind of actions that reflect something that Nazimi would do herself. And hopefully we kind of move away from this a little bit, because I prefer to have each character, each girl, to have a different personality and traits to them that kind of differentiate their character from the rest. Especially since we've just kind of finished Nazimi's story route, so Nazimi's kind of feelings, themes, and traits, personality is still kind of fresh in our readers' minds. So at the same time, I wish Kirisu wouldn't do anything that's similar to the other girls, but I get it. The mangaka has kind of exhausted quite a lot of different avenues and ways that he can, like, present these female characters and, like, the display of emotion. However, I feel like it should and could be done a little better. Hopefully though, this is just for the one chapter and we get some different kind of direction with Kirisu moving forward. That's my only gripe, and if that is, which it is, then this chapter obviously was very good. So all in all, this was a really fun chapter, and I hope we get some more kind of direction and plot development in the next chapter, kind of showing us a bit more direction in where this is going to go. The art style was really nice and super detailed, which I quite liked. The kiss scene was quite nice, even though it was only on the cheek, but again, that is certainly something. The comedy in this was lighthearted, yet it was really funny, so overall I thought this was a great chapter. And I really want to know what your thoughts are on this chapter down in the comment section below. What did you think? Did you like the addition to this female character in Natsumi that we've actually seen before? But like kind of giving off more of a cheeky, kind of playful vibe. I really did like it. I thought it was pretty good and I thought it was a great addition. But again, I want to know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. Apart from that, have a great day. Like the video if you did. Subscribe if you're new so you never miss a video from me. Alligator, matane, goodbye.